Ever wonder what draws so many riders to the call of adventure motorcycles? Is it the thrill of the unknown, the promise of freedom, or just the perfect blend of comfort and capability? Let's ask, if you could ride only one bike for every adventure life throws your way, which would you choose and why? You're about to discover 12 of the world's best middleweight adventure bikes, each with its own story, strengths, and a few surprises you won't see coming. Number 12. BMW F850 GS Adventure. For long-distance warriors, the BMW F850 GS Adventure is hard to beat. With an 853 cubic centimeter parallel twin, 94 horsepower, and 68 foot-pounds of torque, this German workhorse was born to many miles. At $14,195, it's a premium choice, but one that pays you back in comfort, reliability, and versatility. At 505 pounds wet, the F850 GS Adventure is built to last. Its 21-inch front, 17-inch rear, and adjustable suspension mean gravel roads and dirt tracks are just part of the journey. A massive 7.9-gallon fuel tank? That's the distance you can count on. The F850's DNA. The legendary F800 GS, which brought BMW's adventure excellence down to a more approachable size. Cross a continent, escape for the weekend. This bike will be there, ready for whatever you throw at it. But what if you want an even more powerful, tech-laden middleweight from Munich? You're in luck, because the next bike dials everything up a notch. Number 11. Suzuki V-Strom 800DE. Meet the Suzuki V-Strom 800DE, the latest evolution of a name that's been synonymous with dependable adventure for over 20 years. The outgoing 650 was a hero to thousands. But this newcomer brings something special. A brand new 776 cubic centimeters parallel, twin, 83 horsepower, and 57.5 foot-pounds of torque. It's more modern, more capable, yet still every bit the affordable, practical companion Suzuki fans love. At $11,599, the 800DE is sturdier than most middleweights, 507 pounds wet, but carries its weight well. The 21-inch front, 17-inch rear, and fully adjustable Showa suspension deliver real off-road chops while keeping highway comfort intact. Commute? Explore? This bike doesn't care, as long as you're on the move. The V-Strom's reputation? Built on reliability, day in, day out. The 800DE is proof you don't have to choose between value and adventure. But what about those times when you need something truly wild? Something that's been ripped straight from the world's toughest rallies? That's up next. Number 10. Kawasaki Versys 650 LT. Rounding out our list is the Kawasaki Versys 650 LT, a bike for everyone who wants adventure styling and comfort, but spends most days on solid ground. Don't let the looks fool you. The Versys 650 LT isn't a hardcore dirt bike, but it's one of the best value propositions in the middleweight class, bridging the gap between sport touring and light adventure. Its 649 cubic centimeters parallel twin hums out 67 horsepower and 47 foot-pounds of torque. Smooth, predictable, and easy to live with, especially on long trips. Priced around $10,999, the Versys 650 LT is a favorite for practical riders. Lightweight at 476 pounds wet, stable and confidence-inspiring, and ready for everything from city errands to scenic weekend getaways. The standard hard saddlebags, handguards, adjustable windscreen, and plush seat make it tour-ready straight from the dealer. If most of your riding is done with two wheels firmly planted on asphalt, but you love upright ergonomics, adventure looks, and bulletproof reliability, this is a bike that delivers. Kawasaki's Versys lineup has always been about comfort, low cost, and endless usability. The 650 LT continues that tradition. And if you're looking for a smart, budget-conscious way into the adventure game, you'd be hard-pressed to do better. Number 9. Yamaha Ténéré 700. Craving a machine with pure, uncompromising spirit, the Yamaha Ténéré 700 has become something of a cult hero, proof you don't need a garage full of gadgets to have a blast. Inspired by Yamaha's dirt-defying XT lineage, the T7 is a celebration of simplicity. Its 689 cubic centimeters parallel twin is a workhorse, turning 72 horsepower and 50 foot-pounds of torque into a power band that's both lively and predictable. Just what you want when the pavement ends and the real fun begins. At $10,799, the Ténéré 700 is all about leaving excuses behind. Its 21-inch front and 18-inch rear wheels, paired with long-travel KYB suspension, eat up rugged trails and dust-laden roads with equal glee. The upright seating and narrow profile mean you can ride for hours, then stand up and let the bike dance beneath you. No flashy electronics, just you, the bike, and the open world. This machine's roots? Legendary models like the XT660 and XL600, built for brutal rally raids, so you know it's built tough. Rumor has it that if you push this bike hard enough, you just might find yourself grinning like a kid again. But if you're seeking something with a little more Latin flair or a lot more horsepower, keep watching. The next contender is a true showstopper. Number 8. Honda NX500. Let's kick things off with a name that's been turning heads for years. The Honda NX500. This isn't just another adventure twin, it's the evolution of the beloved CB500X, refined for 2026 with sharper styling, a bright new TFT display, and suspension that gobbles up every kind of tarmac. Under the hood, you'll find a smooth, predictable 471 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine, making 47 horsepower, enough for spirited backroads but never intimidating for newcomers. The NX500's real magic? It feels light, easy to manage, and utterly trustworthy, whether you're threading through city traffic or chasing horizons on the highway. At around $7,399, this bike is one of the most affordable ways to join the ADV club. Yet it packs features you'd expect from much pricier machines. The Showa suspension, adjustable rear shock, and 19-inch front wheel mean gravel and dirt are no match for the NX500. Ride all day. The upright ergonomics and comfy seat have you covered. Commute during the week, escape on weekends. This bike doesn't care where you're heading, as long as you're moving. And with Honda's legend for reliability and low running costs, you'll spend more time riding than wrenching. Ever ridden a Honda? There's a reason so many swear by them. If you've flown adventures in an NX500 or its predecessor, drop a comment and tell us your story. Now let's see how this next contender stacks up. Number 7. Ducati DesertX. When adventure needs a touch of Italian passion, look no further than the Ducati DesertX. This isn't just a motorcycle, it's a statement, blending rally-ready styling with genuine all-terrain confidence. The heart of the beast is a 937 cubic centimeter Testastretta L-twin, pumping out 110 horsepower and 67 foot-pounds of torque. It's a powerhouse but never unruly, just ready to chase the horizon, whether you're carving tarmac or threading through desert dunes. At $17,995, the DesertX is the most premium option in this class, and you'll see why on every ride. A 492-pound wet weight, 21-inch front and 18-inch rear wheels, and fully adjustable KYB suspension make this bike as confident on technical tracks as it is cruising highways. The ergonomics? Tall and comfortable, with a windscreen that keeps the miles from wearing you out. Add in the optional 2.1-gallon auxiliary tank, and you can ride for days between fill-ups. The DesertX's DNA? Rally machines like the Dakar-winning Cagiva Elephant, proof that Italian engineering can take on anything and win. This bike doesn't just look the part. It smells, rides, and conquers adventure in a way few bikes ever will. If you've always dreamed of an Italian rally replica, how close do you think the DesertX gets to that fantasy? Slide into the comments and tell us. Now let's cross the channel to the next contender, a British icon with true grit. Number 6. Triumph Tiger 900 Rally. For those who demand refinement and ruggedness in equal measure, the Triumph Tiger 900 Rally answers the call. This British bulldog packs an 888 cubic centimeter inline triple, the only engine in this segment of its kind, with a T-plane crank that gives it a unique, almost musical soundtrack. 106.5 horsepower, 66 foot-pounds of torque, smooth on the highway, gnarly off-road. The rally's secret? A chassis that's just as happy crossing continents as it is chewing up backcountry trails. At $16,895, the Tiger 900 Rally is a high-spec, high-tech adventure machine. It tips the scales at about 485 pounds, with a 21-inch front, 17-inch rear, and quality Marzocchi suspension. The ergonomics are upright, the seat height just right, and the windscreen keeps the wind at bay. Selectable modes, cornering ABS, and traction control mean you can dial in the bike for any weather, any road. Triumph's adventure lineage? Started in the 1930s, revived in the Tiger 800, and now perfected in this modern classic. But we're only halfway through the countdown, and what's coming next just redefines the category. Ready for a real surprise? Here's the machine that turns everyone's idea of value on its head. Number 5. KTM 890 Adventure. If you're hunting for a middleweight that thinks it's a rally racer, the KTM 890 Adventure is your ticket. KTM's rally DNA runs deep, and this bike proves it. Built on the bones of the 790, the 890 uses a growly 889 cubic centimeters parallel, twin pumping out 103 horsepower and 73.8 foot-pounds of torque. Serious numbers for serious riders. The result? A bike that's as happy blasting dirt roads as it is nailing down miles on pavement. At $13,949, the 890 Adventure is the sweet spot for performance-oriented riders. It tips the scales at about 463 pounds, but KTM's signature low fuel tank makes it feel lighter. The suspension, fully adjustable WP units, lets you dial in the ride for everything from gravel to rocky climbs. The riding position? Tall, open, and confident, just where you want it on an ADV bike. KTM's lineage? Bikes built for the Dakar, for Africa, for anywhere the road ends and the fun begins. The 890 Adventure carries that legacy forward, with modern electronics, advanced modes, and a wild-eyed willingness to go anywhere. But what if you need a machine that can hold up under years of abuse, miles of touring, and still ask for more? Our next pick is built just for those marathon riders. Number 4. BMW F900 GS Adventure. The BMW F900 GS Adventure is the new face of BMW's middleweight ambition, and what a debut. Debuting in 2024, it ups the ante with an 895 cubic centimeter parallel twin, 105 horsepower, and 68.6 foot-pounds of torque. The most powerful middleweight GS ever. At $14,895, it's an upgrade over the F850, but adds agility, and agility. At 483 pounds wet, the F900 GS Adventure is lighter and sharper than its predecessor, with 21-inch front, 17-inch rear wheels, long travel suspension, and BMW's latest electronics. Modes, ABS, traction control. You get the full suite, making it ready for anything from mountain passes to forest tracks. The GS family has always stood for go-anywhere capability, and this latest model raises the bar. But where do you look if you want something truly different? Something that's not German, not British, but purely Italian? We've got the answer. Number 3. Aprilia Tuareg 660. If you sense your inner adventurer craving Mediterranean sunshine, Italy's Aprilia Tuareg 660 delivers, proving you can have a soulful ride without sacrificing modern features or off-road ability. This middleweight is light, lively, and eager to play, with a characterful 659 cubic centimeters parallel twin churning out 79 horsepower and 51.6 foot-pounds of torque. Not the most powerful, but perfectly tuned for spirited fun wherever you point the front wheel. At $12,299, it's a value-packed entry into European engineering, not just for show, but for serious fun. The Tuareg 660's secret weapon? Trophy-winning KYB suspension and 21-inch, 18-inch wheels, soaking up bumps and rough patches so you can ride longer, explore farther, and always feel connected to the terrain. The seating is comfortable, the tank narrow, the controls intuitive, This is a bike that begs you to leave the commuter grind behind and chase gravel horizons. Aprilia's Tuareg heritage ties back to off-road legends of the 80s and 90s, proving they've always known how to build machines for exploration. This modern update brings advanced electronics, robust build quality, and a style that turns heads at every stop. So, is the Tuareg 660 just a pretty face, or the real deal for dirt and tarmac? If you've ever imagined an Italian adventure without the price tag of a Ducati, here's your chance to make it real. Now let's shift focus to a bike that's all about cruising and comfort, but still ready for the occasional detour into the wild. Number 2. Triumph Tiger 900 GT Pro. Not all adventures are about dirt and mud. For those who dream of great highways, sweeping curves, and days spent in the saddle without discomfort, the Triumph Tiger 900 GT Pro is the answer. A road-focused adventure tour that never forgets its roots. Like its rally sibling, this bike packs a sophisticated 888 cubic centimeters inline triple engine, making 6.5 horsepower and 66 foot-pounds of torque with a character that's both refined and engaging, especially on open roads. At $17,795, the GT Pro sits at the premium end of the middleweight bracket, and for good reason. It's loaded with comfort and tech. Electronically adjustable Marzocchi suspension, heated grips and seat, cruise control, a full-color TFT display, and thoughtful storage solutions. The ergonomics are relaxed, the shield is tall, and the engine purrs like a contented cat, making highway miles dissolve beneath you. Triumph's long history of touring excellence runs through the blood of every Tiger, and the GT Pro is a worthy heir to that legacy. This bike is built for riders who want long-haul comfort, effortless handling, and the occasional ability to veer off onto well-groomed gravel. If you've ever felt the call of the open road, or wished your sport tourer could handle a little adventure, the Tiger 900 GT Pro is ready to answer. But what if you want KTM's rally spirit without the top-of-the-line price? Hold on to your helmets. Our next contender proves you don't have to spend big to ride the wild side. Number 1. KTM 790 Adventure. When KTM's first 790 Adventure appeared, it changed the game, proving you could have nimble handling, rally-bred agility, and real-world practicality in one sharply styled package. The 2026 790 is still here, still full of Austrian attitude, and still a favorite for riders who want KTM's DNA without the top-shelf price. Its 799 cubic centimeters parallel twin offers 95 horsepower and 65 foot-pounds of torque, responsive enough, predictable always, and just plain fun, whether you're heading to the office or hunting down remote mountain passes. At $10,990, the 790 Adventure is one of the most affordable ways into KTM's adventure family, and it's built for real-world abuse. The low-slung tank keeps the center of gravity low, so it feels planted on pavement, yet surprisingly agile off the beaten track. The 21-inch, 18-inch wheels, adjustable WP suspension, and commanding riding position make it a true all-arounder, happy on loose surfaces, confident on highways, and always ready for more. Like its legendary 950 ancestor, the 790 Adventure was bred for rally conditions, and it shows in every ride. This bike is proof you don't need the latest or the biggest to have an epic adventure, just a willingness to twist the throttle and explore. If you've ever wondered what KTM's rally racers are all about, this is one of the best ways to find out, without spending your life savings. But what about riders who love adventure style, but spend most of their time on pavement? That's where our final bike comes in. As we've seen, these middleweight adventure bikes strike the perfect balance: comfort, capability, and confidence, all in one package. So tell us, which one would you pick for your next adventure? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth bike reviews and epic ride stories.